Thoughts on using resurrected expired domains to 301 redirect to acquired us page versus doing guest posting or link insertions. I find these expired domains have valuable links. Yeah, so that's, expired domains and 301 redirects are definitely not a new tactic or anything. This is, we love redirects and using domains, right? Because essentially what you're doing when you buy an expired or an aged domain and then redirect it is you're essentially buying a bunch of backlinks at a very big discount, right? Because to build those links all completely brand new, to do all those guest posting, those link insertions, everything, take a lot of money. But when you buy it just in a domain and redirect it over, you end up getting them much cheaper, right? Per link. The one thing I will mention is I feel like expired domains can definitely be a little bit more hit or miss these days. So it's not like you're getting like 100% success rate when you're 301ing it over, especially if it's an expired domain that's probably, could be like been sitting inactive for quite some time. But yeah, what you're doing, creating an acquired by us page and redirecting it over there, whatever, sounds very natural, right? It's like, this company bought out this other company. Now they're sending the website over to their website. So you could send like most of the links to the acquired us page, and then you could also 301 other stuff to individual like very similar pages if there are any. Could be a good thing to do as well. Yeah, what do you got on that, Nick?
I would say, okay, so the one thing I would say I don't agree with is like, so you don't want to create an inner page, so an acquired us page, and then 301, 3 or 4 expired domains to acquired us
Like
pages.
individual pages,
What's
like per
natural,
per 301, per like site
huh?
acquired.
What? Sorry?
I was saying, I was just reiterating what you're saying. Like, don't redirect them all to the same acquired by us page. Like, make an individual
Well,
one for each.
I wouldn't do that at all, quite honestly. Like, what's natural is when a company takes over another company, they're going to 301 that brand directly to their homepage, and then they can have an acquired us page, just kind of like explaining what happened. But
Hmm.
I don't like taking 301s and or taking a domain and 301ing them to an inner page.
Hmm.
It's not natural, and I've tried it too before on hub pages and category pages, and that loophole kind of got closed. Last I checked, a few years ago, especially if you're doing it way too many times. So like if you've got 3 or 4 of these domains going to inner pages, the one way that you might be able to get away with it with a little bit more possibility of getting it to execute properly is if you're doing subdomains. But then of course you're like kind of switching up what you're doing. So especially if you're newer and asking this kind of stuff, don't try and get too fancy with your 301s. Like a 301 is typically this brand got bought out and now it goes to this brand. Homepage to homepage. If you follow that, you're going to have a lot less volatility and a lot less issues than if you're trying to 301 what used to be like a URL that stood as like a golf niche website um, back to an inner page. It's typically not going to come out all that proper.
I'll
Create a
just,
lot
to
of
be
volatility.
devil's advocate, I'll go and throw in that I've seen some 301s done very nicely like that. They have an acquisition page to say, hey, basically they're speaking to the people who basically would be actually 301 from the other side. Like, hey, we acquired the website or whatever that you're trying to visit. This is who we are. This is what we do. And then it'll actually have like a it'll have like a list of like links and stuff that they can visit to explore on their site or whatever. So it's basically like funneling
Mm.
them in a very like natural way, like a very like user first approach. I don't even know how to say it, but it's basically like
Mm.
has the user in mind. A user gets 301 from one brand they're trying to visit over to another brand. They're like, well, hey, what is this weird site that I'm on? Like, hey, welcome to our stuff. This is what we do. This is what you can find that's similar to what you might be looking for. Stuff like that. Um, seem to work pretty good and look really nice. But yeah, I don't have like a ton of experience with it myself. Haven't been 301ing like crazy these days. So But yeah, definitely seen some done pretty nicely like that. Anything else to add on that?
No.
Cool. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Be sure to check the links below for more info on this topic, as well as other cool stuff like SEO case studies, our Facebook community, and our link building services. And like always, please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thanks, and happy ranking.